Hi, and welcome to Sequential Artifacts, a series about comic book history and culture, profiling comics from my personal collection.
I've been away on a hiking trip for a few days, and my car broke down in upstate New York. Find my flashlight. Could have taken a bus, a train, or an Uber even, but I thought the cheapest and fastest way would be just to ship myself. So here I am in a box, headed home. I should be there in about 72 to 80 hours, but got my helmet, my backpack, supplies, and my flashlight, so I should be all right. I'll see you in a few days. My GPS says we've arrived. Shit, I think he's coming.
Thanks for unboxing me. I guess that makes this an unboxing video. On November 27th, 2023, YouTube published a UDL along with a post that stated, "So far this year, there have been more than 25 billion views of videos with unboxing in the title." That's extraordinary. Mountain Research, a company which provides in-depth first and third-party data and analysis of the streaming and media landscape, says about unboxing videos, 81% of shoppers research products online before making a purchase. Unboxing videos are the fourth most influential content type social media users consider helpful when making purchase decisions. 62% of people who view unboxing videos do so when researching a particular product. At least 60 million hours have been spent watching other people open things. Over 90,000 people type unboxing into YouTube every month. We love watching these kinds of videos because they are proxy shopping, immersive, come risk-free, and provide experiences we can't access or afford. Unboxing and YouTube are bound together, or should I say, packaged together. The first unboxing video on YouTube appears to be of a Nokia cell phone in 2008. That means we're on the verge of the 20th anniversary of the genre. As we know in the world of comics YouTube, the unboxing or haul video plays a huge role.
Here's a box with a whole lot of Marvel in it.
I've never made one until now. I've been sitting on an unopened collection of Grayson, a series that I love and have been waiting to reread in collective form for a while now. But before we get into that, I want to talk about this Grayson fella and why I like him so much. After all, this year marks Robin and Dick Grayson's 85th anniversary of their first appearance. He looks great for an octogenarian. Let's take a look at his history. We all know where he started. Dick Grayson, Robin, the Boy Wonder. Detective Comics number 38 in 1940. Now, if I was sitting on an original one of these, I'd have, depending on its condition, a comic that could be valued from the tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. As of right now, that's not in the cards for me. So in the meantime, I collect every reprint version of DC number 38 that I can. I think I have most of them, totaling 5. In order by year of publication, they are the 1995 Special Replica Edition. This contains only the Robin story and is missing the other 7 stories. The cover is not logo accurate and doesn't have the original price. The issue number and date are also moved and recolored. In 1997, Toys R Us released a version of only the Robin story as well. Again, the cover is missing the original DC and Batman logo, replaced with the Toys R Us logo. In 2000, along with a number of other special issues, DC released a Millennium Edition. This time, it's the full issue with all 8 stories, but with modern ads. Also, as you can see, it's not a full cover. The first facsimile version was published in 2020. It's the entire Detective Comics number 38 with the original ads. Though, for being labeled a facsimile, there are a number of differences on the cover. Another facsimile was printed in 2022, and again, there are a number of odd changes to the cover. The April date is restored, and Bob Kane's signature is in its original position. However, the signature box is still miscolored white. The issue number is centered at the top instead of left adjusted. The cover price is completely missing, and a barcode is added to the right side. Also, this time, the issue costs $6.99. In this issue, we get the origin story of Robin, who, like Bruce Wayne, is left an orphan through the tragic death of his parents. But what I like about Dick Grayson is though he shares a trauma with Bruce, he hasn't let the darkness of that consume him as Batman has. Robin has a light about him. Also, Dick possesses a unique goodness. It's not the Boy Scoutness of Superman or Captain America, but something more complex, genuine, born internally. Even Batman knows this. We've seen Dick Grayson in comics, in television and movies, in various forms, interpretations, and versions.
Freeze! Richard Grayson, you have the right to remain silent.
Waived. Thanks for coming, everyone. Word's spreading fast, so we might as well get it out in the open.
Under this garb, we're perfectly ordinary Americans.
Nothing here.
Try my legal name.
You should use your full name. I like that name. Robin.
Thanks.
Like a job. It's the number of the things for one on the street. Thanks a lot.
Roger! Leaping leprechaun!
What's that stand for?
Robin.
Maybe you didn't get the memo, Oracle, but I've been going by Nightwing for, about a decade or so.
Oh, the perfect sandwich.
Come on, partner. It's been a long night.
Now let's take a look at his first appearances and evolution in comics. Robin was immediately popular after his initial appearance in Detective number 38. As the dynamic duo, Batman rarely appeared without Robin in the Golden Age. Every kid who read comics could see themselves in young Robin. And so, in 1947, beginning in Star-Spangled Comics number 65, Robin embarked on solo adventures which lasted until the end of the title. 17 years later, Dick became a leader himself in the debut of the Proto-Teen Titans in the Brave and Bold number 54, which I don't own, but would love to someday along with Star-Spangled number 65. But by issue 60, the full team are in place and name as they battle the totally disgusting villain, Separated Man. A year later, The Titans are featured in Showcase Presents number 59 in preparation for the launch of their own series in 1966. The Titans went through a series of upgrades, reboots, and changes over the years, and in 1984, in Tales of the Teen Titans number 44, Dick Grayson debuts as Nightwing. On the road to his own series, Nightwing appears in a 1995 one-shot called Alfred's Return, followed by a 4-part miniseries in the same year, both starring a hunky, long-haired Nightwing, by the way. Totally 90s.
That was cool.
He finally gained his own ongoing series in 1996, in which he leaves Gotham for Bloodhaven. Over that time and beyond, there have been a couple of occasions in which Dick has taken on the mantle of Batman. First, following the Nightfall story, in which Bane breaks Batman's back, the cowl is eventually passed to Dick in issue 0 of Robin. But it doesn't last. In fact, in the first issue of the Nightwing miniseries, Dick tells Batman that he hated filling in for him. He even tries to give up superheroing altogether, but is pulled back in when the circumstances of his parents' murder is called into question. In 2008, after the apparent death of Batman in the Final Crisis storyline, and in the Battle for the Cowl event, Dick once again assumed the title of Batman. This leads to the utterly fantastic Batman and Robin series, written by Grant Morrison and illustrated by Frank Quitely, starring Dick Grayson as Batman and Damian Wayne as Robin. They had such great chemistry, and Dick brought a new kind of Batman to Gotham. There was a real tenderness to the series, with the script flipped as Batman is light to Robin's dark. Then, things get really complicated, as they always do in DC. In 2011, you have the New 52 relaunch, and pasts are changed with new beginnings. Dick isn't Batman anymore and becomes Nightwing again in the new series. This is Nightwing in the red costume. Not really a fan. I didn't read this series until the last issue, and that's when the great Tom King comes aboard. New 52 Nightwing spins directly into the Tim Seeley and Tom King written spy series, Grayson. I know. Isn't that why we're here? To unbox that collection?
It's my dick in a box!
I promise, we're almost there. In DC's Rebirth, yet another reboot of the universe and its titles, Nightwing again gets a new series with Tim Seeley taking over as writer. And he's back in black and blue, thankfully. However, I didn't take to this relaunch and its string of writers until 2 relaunches later, which goes New Justice, then Infinite Frontier, Dawn of DC, which brings us to DC All In. It's a friggin' mess. Who can keep it all straight? Anyway, with Infinite Frontier in 2021, we get my favorite Nightwing and one of my top 5 ongoing series of all time with writer Tom Taylor and artist Bruno Redondo's run, beginning in issue number 78. I can't really say enough about this iteration. It's Dick Grayson at his best, and I credit that to Taylor and Redondo. I mean, just look at the first 4 pages of issue 79. These guys get it. Nightwing opens. I've spent my life working without a safety net because I've always had someone to catch me if I fell. My parents, my father, my other father, my friends, my brothers, we all need someone to catch us when we fall. Someone who makes us feel safe. I mean, come on. It's just the best. In the first issue after the death of Alfred, Bruce's faithful butler, and so much more, he wills billions. Yes, it turns out Alfred was a billionaire, to Dick. And in a letter to him, writes, I couldn't think of better hands to leave this fortune in. I believe you will see this, not as a personal gain, but as an opportunity, because I believe in Dick Grayson. I believe in the boy who always stepped up when someone was in need. I believe in the man who just wants to help. I believe you can be one of the greatest forces of good this world has ever seen. Whatever you choose to do, please know I'm exceedingly proud of you. Proud of your heart, proud of your compassion, proud of your humor, your optimism, and your strength in the face of everything that confronts you. And in issue 100, Batman breaks down the magnitude of Dick's presence in his life and the DC universe. With the Justice League on hiatus, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman ask Dick to be the guardian of Earth. Batman, in trying to convince Dick to take on that massive role, says, "It's a big ask. We wouldn't be asking if we didn't think it's what's best. The world needs a leader like you. Batman, removing his mask and allowing himself to be Bruce, to be vulnerable, continues, Alfred would have said you saved me. Before you, every hit was a little harder. I know what Batman could have turned into without you. I know what could have consumed me if you weren't in my life. The way you look for the best in everyone, the way you seem to help before you seem to punish. This is why we want you to lead. Alfred would have told you that I am inspired by you. He would have told you that I am so proud my son has grown to be the best of us. And so, my argument concludes that Dick Grayson is the greatest hero in DC Comics. He is the embodiment of heroism and has gracefully developed into that greatness over the last 85 years. Happy birthday, Boy Wonder. Now, we can jump back to unboxing this fantastic series in the arc of the Boy Wonder, Grayson, the Super Spy Omnibus.
Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. I've got my trusty blade.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Okay. My trusty blade. I have been waiting to read and share this book